November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. I support pancreatic cancer research in memory of my brother, Daniel. You can change the course of pancreatic cancer for all of us by supporting research. Research for Daniel, research for those we've lost, research for patients, research for all of us. Donate today at pancan.org.
Using StreamYard is weird. Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Musings. I also have to do another thing, which I just barely thought about. So you're welcome. Because since we're doing a stream, I have to do this show part. It shows you that we're doing this stuff. It's called an intro. That's where I would say greetings as a badada. But I have made my life a little easier by not doing it that way, I promise. High five to Five Fingers. Hello, I see you there. Welcome. Tonight is a continuation of this madness that is known as doing a whole week-long, everyday stream for the pancreatic cancer awareness, and of course for raising funds via the GoFundMe, which I don't have linked, to help Mama and Papa KillCo out. I will find that link now before I forget, which doesn't take long. I hope all of you had a good Thanksgiving. I did. I was hanging out with Mama and Papa KillCo having foods. It was good. Very good. Let me get this link for you. We've already hit the goal, by the way. I should have mentioned that already, but the goal has been hit as of yesterday. So I still have, what, 4 more days of this? We're still going. Because I said I would. And also I want to make sure people get in for the raffle, because it's a humongous raffle. I don't have the list on the screen yet, because I forget I can do that. And also, I had the wrong screen set up. Yes, I can still do things. Isn't this wild? I almost know what I'm doing. Almost. I'm still bit-bopping around here. But if you will permit me, I will put on the music in the background music, and then I will get this thing underway. There is a mystery guest who is hanging out in the background right now. I will be bringing them on momentarily as soon as I get my stuff together. So you'll pardon me if I figure all this out. The weird part, of course, is that I'm using a StreamYard instead of my normal OBS, which I understand how to use that fine since I've been using it for so long. But now I'm going backpedaling a little since I don't know how to bring on guests via OBS just yet. I could find that out, but I haven't, so it's fine. Let's do this. Enter or donate. Win every $5 equals 1 entry. I want to say U.S. residents only, but I feel like that should be obvious because laws. Son of a... I looked that up. There we go. That was something I was supposed to do before I started the stream, but I didn't. All right. Music. Freaking me out. There we go. I see people in chat. Stuff's already happening. I see Papa KillCo in chat. Hi, Dad. Schwelcome. Papa KillCo was looking for his laptop a moment ago. Sugar Kitty, hello. Schwelcome. Said hi to Five Fingers. Zenbooz, hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Schwelcome. Hanging AZ, hi. Mustachioed son of a gun, indeed. Papa KillCo, hi. Papa KillCo's feeling a little better after a little bit of a nap. We all need one of those sometimes, especially on this holiday. In particular, Slapshot's Roadhouse. Hello, Slapshot. Cheers and gobble gobble. I hope you're well. Moving around okay. I know, like you said, you hurt yourself recently, and That sucks. So, my whiskey of choice for this evening is You'll Never Guess. And I hope you enjoyed the video that went out today. If you haven't watched it, go watch it right now. Please, because I recorded it and edited it this morning. So as you'll realize, with me being the way I am, all I need is immediate fright, panic, do it right now to get motivated. Oh, I'm going to pay for that, though, tomorrow, I'm sure, especially after I exercise. But first, again, we have our guest waiting in the background. I want to pour out a measured pour of rare breed because I did have the wild turkey, which is sitting next to me still in its little box. I did have some of this, and I shared it with Papa KillCo because, of course, I did. But as we know, well, as some of us know, that when you go through chemotherapy, it really screws up your whole body, of course, but also messes with your taste buds, weirdly enough. And also, you shouldn't drink alcohol very often, so this is a special occasion. So he got to try it, at the very least. And I'm having this on the rocks in my special wild turkey rock glass because I don't have a Glencairn for it. So there you go. And this is very high proof. This is 58.3 or something weird like that. Ah, it's close. 58.4. That was a blind guess. So here we are. Yay. Hopefully our guest has something to drink. And this, however, is a finishing of some Scotch from Aquavita's stream earlier. I've remembered something, but I want to bring up our special guests so they can distract you with their beauty while I grab a water, because that's what I forgot to do, among other things. But, guest, are you ready to come on? Give us a thumbs up if you are, or just nod your head, or do both. Made an insane amount of stuffing for two people. All right, everyone, here we are. You know her, you love her. I'm a KillCo. Yes, hello, mother. Always nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Say hi to everyone in chat. I think you can see it.
I can't see chat.
You can't see, you don't have it streaming? I should have told you that.
I don't know what you're doing. All I know is
sit here, turn on the camera. Yes. Well, Dad is in the background. John McKellen, hello. Welcome.
Welcome all. And
yeah,
thank you all.
Most of you know Mama KillCo already.
Mm-hmm.
She is my mother, obviously. That's why the name popped up. But I'm trying to think, what should you talk about first? Would you like to talk about the diagnosis way back in, was it August?
August 4th.
All right.
The day that will live in infamy.
Yes, I'm going to put you front and center for a moment.
Okay.
So you can talk a little bit
about
about
it.
it.
Water.
I'll go grab. It'll only take a second, but I don't want to just, you dash away and be like, "Hey, front and center." All right, here we go. See if I can.
Okay. Well, the thing about pancreatic cancer is it's very sneaky. The things that would alert you that you might have an issue are not the first things you think of. Jim was having some gastric problems, and we'd gone to the doctor, and everybody was giving him Pepsid, and maybe it was GERD or whatever, but nobody ever thought of the big C until he woke me up early one morning and said, "I think I really have to go to the emergency room. I'm in a lot of pain." So we went.
Something is horribly wrong. My dad is not the type to want to go to the hospital.
So we drove. We got there about 2 a.m. And fortunately, the doctor that was on duty was very savvy, because not only blood work, but he also had a CAT scan. And it wasn't just a CAT scan of his chest, it was lower too. So, a lot of waiting in the emergency room, waiting and waiting and waiting. And finally, after the change of shift, because apparently this doctor did not want to give us the news, the new doctor came in and said, "I have some bad news." you have stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and it looks like it has spread to the liver and the lungs. It was liver and lungs. So that was like a cold water dash to your face. You never thought that. And he gave us the name of a doctor there at the Newport Hospital that we could get a hold of. So once they released us later that day, I called the number and I was told you needed to have a referral.
Yeah.
So I got in touch with my doctor, our doctor, and their office said, well, you don't usually need a referral for something like that, but we'll send one over. So called back to the oncologist and they said, okay, you have an appointment tomorrow, which would have been Friday at whatever time it was. So the next day we showed up. The doctor wasn't there. They didn't know anything about an appointment. So we walked out of that hospital, and in the car, I got on my phone and went to the Mass Gen site, registered Jim as a patient, and talked to them to give us all our insurance information. And they said, we're going to get all the information from the emergency room, and a nurse will call you in about an hour. So we went home, and sure enough, they called, and they got us an appointment later that month. It's, I've learned there's a lot of people with all kinds of cancer, so you're not going to get an appointment the next day. And prior to the appointment, we had to have a surgical procedure to get a piece of the pancreas so they could determine what kind of cancer it was. So
biopsy.
That's it. Fortunately, our doctor also worked with a gastroenterologist, and we met with him, and he said, yes, we can do that, but I have to have a colleague do it because I did not, he was old school and he needed a younger man who would do it. So we had that done at a hospital in Massachusetts close to our home. And they sent it up to the oncologist we were going to be working with in Mass Gen. And prior to that visit, I'm getting all confused now. I don't know if it was before or after, but at some point we had to go to Waltham to have a port installed, which is a little thing they put so that they can infuse the chemicals and take blood without having to poke you all the time. So we went up, we talked to the doctor, and I believe she had us have a CAT scan that day. And then we came back for the first chemo. And last Friday was his 6th chemo. So every 2 weeks, what we do is we go up the night before and we have a very early morning visit. We'll have like a 7:30 a.m. visit. And the last couple of times it's been really great because we've been out of there by 11 o'clock or noon. So we miss any big heavy traffic. And I have my phone take me not on the highway because 93/1 can get very, very backed up during from 7 to 10 and even longer than that. So it's been an interesting journey. From the get-go, as soon as Jim heard the diagnosis, he said, I don't want you to drop out of the play. I was cast in a show last holiday season, and the theater got flooded, so it never happened. Yeah. So we were going to do it this year, and it was supposed to open November 2nd. And August 4th, he's saying, no, you're not dropping out. You're going to do that. And so he's been very supportive, and so is my castmates, the director and the producer at the theater. And so we've, the show went on, and we're still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been an interesting journey, though. It really opens your eyes to the fact that, oh, look at all these people, and this is just in the area where people have gastro cancers. There's a whole building that's just for cancers, and
Yeah,
then
you were lucky enough to be close to that. Like Boston isn't far away, and they have a pretty advanced
yeah, it's
hospital.
about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic or which way you go. And they have a deal with parking if you're there for chemo. I had asked our doctor if she could get us a temporary handicap sticker because when Jim had knee surgery a couple of years ago, we had a temporary, and that helped a lot. And she put us in for a kind of permanent one for 8 years. The garage where you park your car, the handicap slots are all near the elevator, which hadn't been a problem for a while, but once Jim has had the infusion of the two chemicals, it hits him hard. And having to walk from the elevator, sometimes maybe up a hill to where I was able to park, if they could just walk a few steps and be in the car, it was much easier last time, which was the first time that we used the handicap parking placard. So it's been a journey. It's always hurts. You start to feel pretty good, like yourself, and then you have to go in for another infusion, and you're going to feel rotten for 3, 4, 5 days. So it is what it is. It's he went up on the 11th of October. I couldn't go with him, so a friend drove him, and he was feeling really lousy to the extent that the blood work was really bad, and they said to him, "You can't have the infusion this time. You could have a blood clot."
They didn't tell him why.
They gave him some fluids, and they did a COVID test, and guess what? He had COVID, and I had COVID. Fortunately, it was before the show went up, so it didn't really affect anything on my end. And because of our advanced age, there's a special
It's always a nice way of putting it.
a special drug they can give you that really helps with the symptoms. And so it wasn't bad at all. And now I guess somebody told me, well, once you've had COVID, that means you've got immunity for 90 days. But in any case, I had gotten the flu shot and the COVID shot like 3 days before I came down with the COVID. So that's another adventure behind this. But we do have there's an organization that has a website called caringbridge.org.
I think I have a link below.
You can write what's going on in your life. So instead of having to repeat the same story 50 million times to everybody who's really concerned and wants to hear it, they can just go to that site and read what I've written about what happened this time or last time, or any issues we have or any needs we have. And the name you look for is James K. So
I got it. Hold on.
yeah.
I have the link. Well, I had the link up, but then YouTube decided it'd be weird. There it is. The link should be for Caringbridge should be down below if you'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Follow along.
So we're very grateful that Brian has pulled this together, and of course, extremely thankful for all of you who've been able to donate. It means very much, a lot.
Yeah, it's been wild. This is not what I
a
was
wild
expecting.
ride. Good grief.
There we go. I need to change that. Blech.
So they do have pamphlets about the caregiver, making sure you take care of yourself and get your rest and all that jazz.
Have a drink, Take
Yeah, well, I don't drink.
Mm.
I have tea. I have some
There you
tea
go.
here. Tea. So the show goes till December 31st. And we'll see how I am in January when I'm going to be looking for stuff to do. But we belong to a couple of senior centers, and they have some like mobility classes and all kinds of.
Aren't you guys doing feng
We've got a
shui?
play
Feng
reading
shui?
group. So
No, Tai Chi. Aren't you doing Tai Chi?
yeah, I've done Tai Chi. Something that's intriguing me that I've seen on their little email blast is self-defense for seniors.
Nice. Kick him in the nuts.
I know when I was in my teens working at an insurance company, the girls club
Yeah.
sponsored a self-defense class, so I do know a few things. Learning
Do you know
more.
Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Do you know Kung Fu? No?
Not personally, but I've heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's quite the adventure. Like I said, it was weird to be on the other end of it. Like I think I said it's kind of like getting hit in the head with a sledgehammer when things are just coasting along, life is doing what it does, and then it's like, by the way.
Yeah. So obviously, I didn't go to the Bastards Ball this year. Although again, Jim said, "I want you to go," and I said, "No way! I'm not leaving you for 5 days."
No.
And it's a good thing I didn't, because he did have some issues that we were able to get resolved because I was there, able to get him to where he needed to go.
Yep. That was the one thing that it kind of sucked, but it was good that you guys were taking it easy. And again, travel itself right now is still kind of bonkers.
Oh, we travel every 2 weeks. We go up to Boston.
Yeah, well, I mean, like airplane travel. I don't think you'd want to deal with that right now.
None of that for a while.
No. Well,
we did go to see a friend, the dress rehearsal for a one-man show at the senior center. A dear friend of us was the one man doing the show. He was fabulous. So, and it was nice to see people who hadn't seen Jim for a while and find out who's comfortable coming up and talk to him and who's uncomfortable with the whole situation. It's intriguing.
I do know Dad's always talking about how he's wanted to lose a little weight. Well.
Oh, yes. Yes. They were concerned with that because he wasn't eating. Food didn't taste good. He didn't want to eat. So he's kind of got that under control. He did gain, I think he was up 4 pounds last time. So they were happy with that.
Good. It's a little weird to be on the opposite end of that. So, you've been trying to lose weight for a while. It's like, no, gain some weight now. Have a cake. Have something. Eat something.
Yes, they said eat anything that you will eat. And of course, there's all these high-powered drinks that they want him to supplement with. And we've got, 4 or 5 different brands. Last time when the dietitian gave us some more samples for, I think, one that was 550 calories. And it was creamy strawberries.
Ugh.
And not only have to have high calorie, they have to taste good enough that you want to drink them.
That's the hard part. I use some of those for just after exercising and stuff. I have to get more protein in my body, and I'm not the type to do it via food because, as you know, I don't food very well because it's exhausting sometimes, as Dad can attest to, I'm sure, where it's just the act of eating alone is just like, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'll lie down.
Well, I didn't really go crazy this year because of the whole situation. I just got a boxed dinner from a local restaurant, and all I had to do was heat everything up and put it on the table. So
yes, I think
easy peasy.
Yeah, I don't think we do Thanksgiving dinner in the fashion that is known in America because I don't understand it. I don't know if it's something you decided on a while ago, but I know with Kevin trying to make the dinners or with me trying to make part of it, or just the stress that goes with just making the food.
Yeah.
I don't get. I understand that it's a thing, but you can't really be thankful for what you're eating and when you're just so unbearably strung out about getting to the point where you're serving the food, because that's the only thing you're worrying about.
Yeah.
With that, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. We'll be here for the next 30-ish odd minutes. At least I will. I don't know what you got to do, Ma.
Yeah.
You let me know.
Let us know what's in your glass.
Yeah, it's great. Let us know what you're drinking tonight. Have you had wild turkey? Did you have dessert? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What
And
did you
please let me know
pair
if you
your
donated.
meal with today? Was it anything interesting?
Yeah, that's the wild part. Is I like to hear when I have to deal with the holiday Thanksgiving stuff. I'm always curious about the weird, like the desserts or the strange sides that you wouldn't really think about normally having. Like I want to hear more about that kind of thing. But normally, for the most part, I'm not going to go after someone unless they tell me. Just like, hey, we had this. I know talking with Greg yesterday was kind of nice because his family events are much different than ours. Very, very different. Bigger family, more. Oh, and there was a special guest as well, which was a surprise. Like they had someone staying over at someone's place. They're asking, or Zenbu's asking, do you schedule appointments? Oh, hold on. Freaking, I forgot. Since I haven't been using this thing, I forgot I can do this. There we go. Do you schedule appointments around your performance schedule?
Yes. In fact, we had been going up on Sunday nights and meeting the doctor and having infusions on Monday. But once the show went up, I started to have Friday night shows. So we've switched our appointments to Friday. And I have a matinee on Thursday, come home and take a nap, and then we head up to Boston. And then Friday morning, as I've mentioned before, I've been able to schedule the visits to start at 7:30 or 7:45 so that we're back home in the early afternoon. Again, I can take a nap. And then my call time for Friday night shows is 7 p.m. So,
Stay busy.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's not every Friday and Saturday. It's only especially going forward. So I've also been able to work with another company that does murder mysteries on a dinner train, and that is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So before the play schedule got heavy, I was able to do that, and they want you there at 5:30, but you're done by 9:30, or I'm home by 10. So.
No, thank you. Doug H, hello. Welcome. I saw a few other names. I don't know if I clicked on all of them. Isaiah's, hello. I saw you. Welcome.
Yeah.
And I saw John McCollum. Well, hello. No.
Early on,
I'll have another.
They did get me an understudy, but she specifically said, I do not want to do any shows. You make sure you're there. Don't get sick.
Well, that's good. I mean, just to have that backup just in case.
Yeah. Worst case scenario.
I got to do the little pop-up. Hold on. Although it's not going to be seen as well. But hey, that's all right. Boop. Boop. There we go. I don't have to say like and subscribe, but I already did. Oh, the prizes. If you want to know what the prizes are, there they are. If you can read them. It's a little harder since I'm using StreamYard. But there they are. I think it's the updated list. If you weren't here last night, Mom, I don't think you were. But we have a total of 12 prizes that are going out. I have donated just 2 of them. Well, 3 of them technically. But I am doing. I put them away. I put them down here because they were in the way. But I have the 3-chord butterscotch sundae. This is a Whiskey Mentor's pick. A lot of these are. This one makes me a little sad because I want to keep it for myself because I'm greedy. The Jefferson's Reserve single barrel that Whiskey Mentor's picked.
Well, I thought you really liked that butterscotch one too.
I do, but this is the second backup, so I have another one besides the one.
Okay, all right.
So I have one more I can give away, so I can do it. But not with the Jeffersons. That one's almost gone completely. I think with her stock. I don't know if I can get another. And I'm doing a sample pack, KillCo sample pack, which generally I haven't actually set this as what I'm doing, but the idea that I like for me is to give you a different type of whiskey. You get 4, which might change to 5 someday if I do a bunch of shifty things, but don't worry about it. For now, you'll get 4. And there are 4 different types of whiskey. So it could be anything. It could be Japanese, it could be rye, it could be bourbon, it could be Scotch, it could be peated Scotch. I mean, I have a mixture of different types that I could give you, and I like to do it that way. Varying proofs as well, depending on who it is. I assume when it's people here, they have already an interest in whiskey and they drank whiskey, so it's usually fairly easy to just pick out.
I know you've been slowly getting Greg into trying different whiskeys. Did he say anything about that when you saw him yesterday?
I gave him samples. I gave him a little 4-pack of samplers that he's going to bring home with him. So literal hand delivery this time.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say what they are. He's not going to watch this, but I have it set up. They're blind, so he doesn't know what they are, but I know what they are. And it's the same kind of thing as it's 4 different types of whiskey. But I'm leaning into what I already have an idea of what he likes. So I was trying to go through that. We'll see what happens. Hopefully. But he's having his Thanksgiving Day, and I was just glad to see him at least once yesterday because he is very busy when he gets here for family stuffs.
Of course.
And he's leaving on Saturday. So he got here on what day is it? Thursday. So he got here Tuesday at some point, and then saw him yesterday, Thursday, Thanksgiving, Friday, Black Friday. I don't even want to think about anything going on then.
I never do that.
No, I don't think it's not a good idea.
No.
If I do that, it's because Amazon or Steam. Steam is a gaming platform thing where you buy games. Something like that will catch my attention. It already happened, I think. But there are a couple of things I'm going, maybe. Stupid stuff. Not like giant gifts for myself. It's like, you know what? I could use a new shower curtain. Something like that. Where it's like, which one would I want? Let me look. So that's on the list. And I think I've also got things saved that are food, like just food. The energy drink things, not energy drinks, the nutrition and drinks I usually get. I don't think they're going to go on sale, but right now I'm waiting on my EBT card to get recharged in a few days, a week. When? A week from today. Okay. It should get recharged and I can get that. So again, not a big deal. And I will be able to get some more nutritional things on Monday, probably. I think. That's it. Again, Black Friday is weird. A weird American holiday.
I never saw the joy of going out at 4 or 5 in the morning and standing there in the cold and then having to stampede into the store to get stuff. It's never appealed to me.
No. It's the American way, Mom. The day before you're very thankful on everything you have, and then the next day you will murder anyone who gets in your way if you cannot get that 72-inch flat screen television.
Yeah. Well, the show does address that. One of the characters talks about the fact. I
theater show. Too. The performance you're in, you mean?
Yeah.
What was the name of it? I don't think you said.
It's called A Christmas for Carol. Sort of a reverse Christmas Carol, because in the Christmas Carol, Scrooge hates Christmas, but in A Christmas for Carol, she loves Christmas to such
and everyone's asking her to tone it down.
Drives everybody crazy, and they need to open her eyes to the fact that not everybody celebrates the same way. Not everybody has the wonderful memories of Christmases gone by. And that's okay. And you need to appreciate that and respect it. And by the end of the show, she does.
Yeah, you give it away, Ma. Spoilers. Andrew Butler, hello. No, do not be sorry about that. I was watching Roy earlier. I had to, bounce out of there around 6 to start getting things ready. I still forgot things. Big surprise. But Roy was doing his weekly stream today. And he's celebrating 5 years of doing this.
Wow.
And what we're doing right now, streaming and making videos and such. He had a bunch of guests on and had questions about what was the topic. It was it's kind of like, do you have too much whiskey? Is the gist of it. I saw on his Patreon thing that it was like questions of like, how many bottles do you have? How many are open? How many do you finish a year? I'm like,
Well, you've been doing this a couple of years, and if you count the times where you're just doing it for your own entertainment or just to put it out there, it's maybe 4 years, would you say?
I think it's 3. I've lost count, but I think I've officially done 3. I started officially in 2019, so 3. 2019, the end of 2019. So 2019 to 2020, 2020 to 2021, 2021 to 2022. So 3 as of this year. I believe it was for Oh, I think it was September 1st is when I officially said, yeah, I'm going to do this, because that was the also coincidentally Bourbon Heritage Month, I think. Whiskey hoarding, that's what it was. Thank you, Sugar Kitty.
Hi, Sugar Kitty. Meow.
Oh, hello, Scotch in the Bayou. I was just thinking about you yesterday.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if you met her when we were in the first Bastards Ball we went to.
I know I met a lot of wonderful people,
You did.
all much
Yeah.
younger than me.
It's true. I mean, hold on. What else you got here? Sugar Kitty. Years ago, Toy
Oh,
Story.
yeah.
Beanie Babies. Oh, the
Yeah, I
Beanie
remember
Babies.
the Beanie Baby, or the Cabbage Patch dolls.
Cabbage
That
Patch Kids?
That was a big thing. My niece wanted one, but her parents were not going to go through all the kind of conniptions to get her one. And I just happened to be in a store where they were having a drawing, and I put my name in the hat, and I won one. So I was able to give her one.
Nice. I had one of those, I think. Pretty sure I did at one
Uh,
point. I had that, and was it like a hush puppy or a puppy?
Yeah,
Some
the
kind of
puppies,
dog, stuffed dog
little
thing.
doggies,
I don't remember what it
sad
was.
little doggies.
Yeah, if anyone in chat remembers what those were, I thought that was pretty cute. That was the one thing I remember. Oh, okay. Apparently you did meet Ma.
Going out at 5 a.m.
Scott, you did meet Scotch in the Bio. Yes, we met. I'm the loud Southern woman. LOL. So you did meet. There you go.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know. There's so many people. It was way too much. But that was a good time. Hopefully we'll be able to go to the Bastards Ball next. I say next year, but it's in a month basically. There's an unpleasant feeling. Pound puppy. I think that was it, John McKellen. Yes, pound puppies.
Yeah,
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I had one of those, among other toys. I had He-Man toys. I had. You guys pretty much bought me anything, toy-wise.
Well, you were really into Legos there for a while.
I was. I have no idea what happened to all the Legos I have.
In the basement.
Huh?
I think I still have a bin of Legos in the basement.
Oh, if you do, bring it out. Like if you find it. I mean, again, the basement's pretty full of stuff, but I will try to find space for that because Legos are fun. Yeah, Scotch down under Ken, he does Lego streams all the time, but he buys like the new Lego sets. I think he was working on the Titanic one recently.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but those are not what they once were as far as my memory goes when I was a kid. Now they're very expensive and they come in sets, and you pretty much just build. I would rather play Minecraft, honestly. You don't have to buy anything. You just go and build stuff. And even in the new game I've been playing, I've noticed there's a very buildy, gathery aspect to it, which has been kind of funny. Do you remember Leanne, Ma? I forgot. I should have just said her name. She's the one you met.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know. But I did talk.
People every day.
Yes. She was the one I got to talk to a little bit. I think I still have. I know I do. Oh, I do. Hold on. If she's still here. Cripes. Come here.
Oh. Is that the thing from Disney?
No.
Oh,
this is what she brought. The Bastards Ball.
Ah.
Yeah, because Nolans, they do the beads thing.
Oh yeah, the Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, that's right. Yes, I put that on my little dragon friend here. This is if anyone's wondering. First of all, I don't remember when I got this stuffed animal, but
The Figment.
No, Figment's purple, mother.
Oh well.
But this one I've kept because I like the idea of me having a dragon who guards my hoard of whiskey. Seems to make sense. It makes sense to me. Leave me alone. Mardi Gras beads.
Have a dragon.
Huh?
Every home should have a dragon.
Yes. All right. Mardi Gras beads. Yes, Sugar Kitty. Hopefully someday. I like the idea of going down to Mardi Gras or something like that someday. Maybe not Mardi Gras.
No,
I definitely like to
people.
see. Yeah, I'd like to see Leanne and visit because I've never been down that far. I don't think I've been to Florida and
You've been to Texas. You've been to Scottsville, which is right next to Shreveport, Louisiana.
Did I? Was that when we were doing the cross country thing? Because that doesn't count.
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I remember very small bits and pieces of that journey.
Mm.
But I'd like to go back down there someday. And I don't think we ever made it to the West Coast, right?
I have, but that was
You have, but I didn't.
BC, before children.
And
San
about that,
Francisco, Washington State.
I left my heart in San Francisco. You probably do. I mean, that's the terrifying part for me to go down there. Is like I'm not exactly 100% comfortable with Florida and the kind of stuff that's down there, but I don't know if it's worse around the Mardi Gras time, because who knows what could be happening around there. Anything that makes me, it's like anything that can eat me or poison me or, venom, anything, spiders, anything. Just no, I'm good. Just stay inside. It's nicer here. This is where whiskey is. It's fine. But I'm trying to think. I've been to a lot of places. I'm thinking of travel now, of course. But I've been to enough places across the states. I haven't visited. I don't know if I've ever been to Maine. Have I been to Maine?
Yes.
Yes. When?
Yes. Remember we took the ferry out to Vinyl Haven to meet my friend who lived out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was
Staying at a
wild.
resort in.
I didn't know that was Maine. I had no idea where that was, honestly. I remember doing that, but I don't remember where we were when we did it.
Yep.
Dragons equal alligators, indeed. Ben
No,
Even Hunter Low. I didn't see you
was
pop
it
in.
Vinyl Haven?
I don't know, Ma. I can't remember either. Back to work. Good to see you, Ben Demon Hunter. Thanks for popping in. And again, I have to keep saying this. Down there, well, actually pinned in chat, hopefully, is the link to the GoFundMe that gets you entered into the raffle that's going on. If you're wondering what is being raffled off, it is right here. I know it's hard to read in this case, but there it is. It's the biggest raffle giveaway I've done so far, with 12 different prizes. Many of them from other people who review the channel. Most of them from Whiskey Mentors in one way or another. But we have, I'll just rattle it off. I was talking about it. A Whiskey Mentors 3-chord Butterscotch Sunday pick. A whiskey calls it Butterscotch Sunday. Whiskey Mentors Jefferson's QSO1, the quintessential, and it is really a quintessential bourbon. Donated by Zenbood. Whiskey Mentors, I can't even read. Old Elk, QSA3. That means it's the third one she's picked. Holy Cannoli, which I don't even know if I've tried. I don't want to, because Holy Cannoli sounds delicious.
I like cannoli.
I know. It just makes me. Whiskey Mentors Compass Box, Glasgow blend. QSO1s, that's the first one she's done. Our Daily Dram, it's a peated Scotch. So again, that's one I'm slightly worried about in case someone doesn't like peat. Whiskey Mentors has donated a bottle. Whiskey Mountains has donated a bottle of Old Forester 1920. I am also donating a raffle sample pack. Words. Bourbon Bites has donated 2 sample packs and 2 challenge coins that he will send to you. Sugar Kitty has also donated a sampler pack, 2 of them. The Mash Bill last night also donated a Smoke Wagon Uncut, the younger, which I have, but I haven't opened. Too many giveaways. And the Mash Bill is also giving away a 10 sampler pack, which is bonkers. I don't know how he's going to get that there, but holy moly. What do you got here? Yeah. All right, we got an update on the raffle giveaway. 33421. What the heck happened? I don't know. I haven't checked yet. We'll make that new goal yet. Please don't. I mean, if you do, great. But also, if you do, I have to push it up again. And it's getting a little crazy already. I don't think. Like, well, here's the thing. I haven't done this yet, but Ma, so you know, well, I'll tell you this live. It won't make it awkward at all. I recorded the phone call from last night. I haven't posted it anywhere. I want to ask for your permission first. But I recorded the phone call of me calling you and saying, hey, we met the goal, and telling you how much it was. How much did you think it was?
I thought it was $1,500.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, with your permission, of course, would you be okay if I posted that to patrons only? So only the patrons that donate to the channel would see it. Okay, good. I meant to ask that at Thanksgiving dinner. I totally blanked it out. But so you'll
Kirk
only
will
see
do
that.
to you.
Yeah. You'll only see that reaction if you're a patron of mine. By the way, I have a Patreon as well. And right now, the GoFundMe is the main focus, but I have to say it. I have a GoFundMe. I have a Patreon. I can't think. As well, if you'd like to see more of this madness. And hopefully more of in the future. Except Mama KillCo doesn't drink. Oh, excellent. Scotch in the Bayou. That'd be awesome. Scotch sample pack and a Scotch in the Bayou glass. Man. Ah, crap. Now I have to figure out how to change this again. Thank you. I appreciate that. That bops it up to 13.
Wow. Lucky 13.
That. Yes, lucky 13. Here we go. Let me edit this right now before I forget. Scotch on the, let's see, sample pack and Glencairn. Oh, sorry about all the clicking from me typing, but there you go. Pop. There. It should have updated properly, I hope. Ooh. Right, Sugar Kitty? I feel weird about doing it just once because it was like 3,000 was a pipe dream. I was like, yeah, that's good. $3,000. That'll never happen. Surprise! I did. Because some of you are bonkers.
Well, thank you very much again.
Yes. And also, I mean, the main theme of all of this, other than helping out my mom and my dad, just bring awareness to the pancreatic cancer thing, helping us get through this. Because it does put financial strain on just having to deal with it. Like, other than I've told people, I think I've told people that your insurance is good, so you're mostly covered for that. But the thing that's kind of overlooked is the travel costs and the staying overnight and the gas, especially nowadays. Good God.
Mm-hmm.
The bonkers hasn't ended yet. No, it hasn't, apparently. Again, there was part of me that in my head was like, well, we hit the goal. I can just stop, right? No, you said you're going to do this for a week, Brian. You're not getting out of that easy. All right. Stream every night. Let's go. This is, as I said, probably every time I streamed, preparatory work for me because in December, there will be an advent calendar. I don't know if I told you, Ma. Guess what? It's an advent calendar. It wasn't one I purchased. It was donated to the channel by somebody whose name rhymes with Biff.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yes. He donated something very special, actually, which I went into detail a little bit yesterday, I think. Again, I don't remember anything when I do a stream. But it'll be a whiskey community advent calendar thing. And I think, I'm not going to say for certain, but I think Whiskey Crusaders might be having the same one as well. And I'll go into more detail when I start getting around to it. Again, I'm focusing on one thing at a time. And that's the GoFundMe. But I'm looking forward to it because, again, I didn't really have any plan other than maybe opening a bottle every day. And even that felt like a bad idea just because I want to have the content for the bottles. It's just a matter of getting around to doing it.
But didn't you have that Flaviar thing? How many days was that?
That was last year. That was good. It was 24, I think.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy that. It just is kind of it was something I would have liked just as when I started doing these 4 or 5 years ago. The advent calendars I was getting initially, because those worked for me. They were introductory. They were, stuff I'd heard of or haven't heard of. I was very surprised by the Australian whiskey, particularly, that was in there last time.
Yep.
Yes, I think that is a new development, folks, right there. Andrew Butler. If you are in the UK, originally it was like I can't do anything about if you're donating any in the UK because laws. But we do have a man who is traveling frequently enough. They can send them samples to save on transatlantic shipping. So there is that option now, which there wasn't before. And again, thank you, Andrew Butler, for even mentioning that you will do that, because that is
Great.
insane. Scotch in the Body says, I love the whiskey community so much. We're all in this together. Big love. Yes, that is the fun part.
Me too. And I don't even drink.
Yeah, that's the good thing about
Whiskey.
being in the whiskey community, is you don't have to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
But it is a very giving and share oriented type of community, and wanting to help. I think that's the big thing for me
Mhm.
personally. Other than just this, it is wanting to do something to help with the resources you have available. Like, I didn't plan on having this much whiskey. That was not in my plan ever. But now that I do, I want to share it with other people, and I want to share it with other people who want to help other people as well.
Right.
Which is why I often talk about Partners in Health, Vlog Brothers, and I believe they're still doing the Awesome Coffee Club, which is something you can do to help the Partners in Health program, where all the money is donated to. Actually, I think that one goes right to the coffee people, and also Partners in Health. But there's a lot of ways to help out, and I appreciate everyone who does that and who's willing to at least listen to it. Yeah, there we go. Josh McCollum, Whiskies of the Galaxy was a great find. It was.
Yeah.
I believe this one, the one they're doing this year, was underwater, so they went for ocean theme this time around. Other interesting world whiskeys in the flavor, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
I think there was one from Istanbul. Was it Istanbul or Israel? Israel. That sounds better.
Yeah.
Istanbul, not Constantinople. Yes. So there were some like really out of the blue stuff that was in the flavor pack that I did not expect at all. I was expecting the basic, Irish, Scotch, bourbons, and I don't know what everything was. I don't remember, of course, because that was almost a year ago now. But I am looking forward to what is coming up next, even though it is a little bit stressful to have to stream all the time. It is doable. It is manageable. It is something I can deal with. And Israel, the milk and honey. That's right. That milk and honey is pretty awesome. It's been doing things. I don't remember, Sir Kitty. They might have. I think now that you're saying it, I'm going, did they? Maybe. There is a quick way to check, folks. If you want to, go back, and I do have a playlist of every single Advent calendar thing I've done. So it's the option to look for it, but I don't remember what they all are because my brain doesn't work that way. 31 countries, Andrew Butler. Good grief. That does help when you travel the world. I guess you have, what is it called in the airports? You can only buy it when you're traveling.
Oh, duty-free shops?
Yeah, duty-free shops. I don't travel internationally. I never have. So that hasn't been an option, unfortunately. But someday, maybe next year, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see what happens. All right. We're starting to come on to the end of the stream, Mother. Just giving you a heads up, giving myself a heads up. But again, thank you for those who have donated. I haven't checked the actual GoFundMe. I know people have been donating. And don't worry, you are entered. It's just a matter of me having to deal with it after the streams ends. And again, it was really nice of Leanne to add another sampler pack to this, because it's pretty awesome.
Right.
I was, my initial thought for the whole entire giveaway was the 2 bottles I have and a sampler pack. That was it. That was the end of it. That was the big raffle giveaway I was doing. It was 2 bottles and a sampler. So woo. And now it has gotten up to, 4 or 5 bottles? I think 5. The 2 I'm doing, the 2 that were donated, one from Zenbu, one from Irene, and then one from Whiskey Mountains. That's 5. And then the rest are all sampler packs.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. And then there's the younger. That's 6. Mashbill donated a bottle of Smoke Wagon, which is hard to get as far as finding it, since it is actually a whiskey that's coming out of Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Although I do believe it's an MGP thing, which probably doesn't mean anything to you, Mom, but it's good whiskey. It's just not something they made specifically, but it's still good. Peasons and 3 ships are 2 whiskeys from South Africa. Again, this is wild. I'm kind of surprised that we're only getting into like international types of whiskeys now. It feels like something that should have been going on for a while, considering the history of whiskey itself. But I then think about it. It's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of delays and problems that happened all over the world with what happened with whiskey, at least in America. I think of America strictly because I live here. But prohibition wasn't that long ago. And that really put a dent in American making bourbons specifically, or rye or anything. So even the country I live in had a setback and a delay in, the future of whiskey making. So did Ireland. Scotland did, I think, in one way or another, probably. But they've been doing it for quite a while as well. Or it seems like quite a while, but it hasn't been. But it feels like it's been a long time. But other parts of the world are also going, hey, wait, whiskey? We can make whiskey. We can do that. And now it's just veins. Okay, thank you. I thought that was weird, but I just said it anyway. Whatever. I don't know what it's called. I don't live in Africa, so it could be called anything. But it has been interesting just to follow along with the whiskey journey as it is in the basics that I'm aware of. And now it's kind of pinging off. Even Japanese whiskey, that's still fairly a new development.
Yeah.
And then we have all these other ones that we're talking about, being surprised by stuff like, what the hell's it called? It begins with a K. And it's from Taiwan, I think. Oh, I can see the bottle too. If anyone knows what it is, type it in chat. But there is a Taiwanese whiskey out there that has been impressive. The number of bottles they've done have been impressive, but I can't remember the name. I swear it begins with a K, but I don't remember what it is. I've only had it a few times. Well, the first time I had it was in the whiskey vault, so that's why it's something that's stuck in my brain. Ken? No, it doesn't sound right. But close, John McEllen. What the hell is it called? Yep. Japanese whiskey has been going around for 99 years. The Taiwanese. Kabbalah, that's right, Kabbalah, or Kabbalah. I say Kabbalah. But yes, Japanese whiskey has been going on for a while, but it's had its own ups and downs, even when it first started. From the little bit of history I know, it's had a rocky road, but it is recently kind of exploded onto the world market in a good way and a bad way. It's a whole thing. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you the whole thing because I don't know it all. And of course, we got 2 minutes left on the stream. But and yes, in Boone, there is the whiskey that is smoked with sheep dung. That was always interesting to hear about. Yeah, there's more than that, but that's one of the ones that's very popular. And Scotch and Bio, thank you. Thank you, everyone who knew what it was. At least I was close. I knew it started with a K. That was all I got. But yes,
that's right.
It's
nice to have the universal brain at your fingertips here.
There's only so much my mind will bother to remember. And the only reason that one's even in there was because of having it in the whiskey vault. Which is hopefully something I will open up to other people eventually, is that I am a whiskey somm and I can get you in the vault. Just let me know and it can be arranged, but it's not cheap. That's the only catch. Is that the Icelandic whiskey, the sheep one? Because they don't have any trees, because that's the weird one. Oh yeah, smoked with elephant droppings. We have all kinds of whiskeys out there. Delicacy is really just delicious. I haven't had any of those, and I don't really want to. But as I say, if it does show up in front of me, I will try it. I will probably be full of regret afterwards, but I think I can say I tried it. I will try the whiskeys. Mike Franklin, the amazing Mike Franklin, who's been supporting this channel for ages. Feels like ages.
Welcome.
You're a little late. It's 8 o'clock now, but thank you for popping in. And of course, thank you for supporting the channel as long as you have and donating. I've seen it. You're in the raffle, I know.
And Mike,
with that,
update you. There's now 13 prizes on the giveaway.
Yes, there are more and more prizes that keep happening. Another reason why I keep doing these streams is just the generosity of all of you. We're just like, yeah, sure, I'll throw in something. Why not? Make it even more to have to deal with. It's okay. It's fine. No problem. But no, I do appreciate anything that's donated to this fundraiser, because it is still going. I have tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 more days of this. So you got three more streams to pop in and enter the raffle and tell everyone about it. Again, another good way to do this if it were me, I mean, is donate what you can, but also tell your friends to donate, even if they don't like whiskey, because then that's an extra chance for you to try it, or especially if they don't like whiskey. Okay, good. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Andrew. Floki, except the O is weird. They do have a good number of fees. All right. Oh, they're mostly 2 to 3 feet tall. That would do it. All right. With that, Mama KillCo, Mom, thank you for being here.
Live long and prosper.
Yes. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. And I will see you out there. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.